last year.
Hopefully it's here. You know?
Okay, videotape is on.
Hey, Tommy, you're on.
All right, you guys called me in, so
Sit down.
Yeah, have a seat.
you know, I had a couple questions. My time card. You probably see it. I asked Jeanette. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. I had the 32 hours based on the contract. I don't know if it stays that way, if it changes. I just, like I told Jeanette, I wrote it out what I had for hours, and I can change it whatever you guys wanted. So.
Conversation? Questions?
You're best at explaining that one, I think.
What's that?
I don't want to step on your toes.
No stepping on mine.
No, I think you.
No, I understand now better why you would have a question. I didn't before, but that makes sense where the position has changed. It makes sense to me. But it was based on what we did before with the contract. Road supervisor, you were doing the same job, just basically were able to keep your benefits.
Yeah.
You know, was the difference. So I mean, time-wise, we already discussed all this. I guess that's where I'm at. You guys throw in wherever, but
Well, the question I had is, where his title was road supervisor. Now it's back to road commissioner, which is what the job originally was.
Yeah.
And the road commissioner got paid for 40 hours. Which would.
he got paid salaried. He got paid clear, straight across the board salaried.
Right.
Right.
But it amounted to a different.
Not really. I mean, in reality, you tell me I'm wrong. That's your
I
father.
honestly don't know.
You know what your father did.
I know what he did, but I don't know what his pay was.
But I know that. But you know, hours-wise, it worked out less in the summertime and more in the wintertime.
Oh, absolutely,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
So that's why
I remember him saying.
that's why we did what we did.
Like I said, I have no problem with doing what I did. I just wasn't, when I switched, it wasn't explained to me what you wanted me to do.
100%.
So I just went with that, and then I figured we'd discuss it. And
100% agree. Yeah,
So
it needs to be explained.
to make it more simple, I guess we're saying that you just don't write down hours on the slip, right?
I can just do what I was doing.
Yeah, it's the same. You know, it's the same thing as far as I'm concerned.
I understand 100%. And just like I said, I just wanted to clarify it with you guys.
I never saw a motion to change it or anything like that. So
That's fine.
Okay.
I hadn't met with you guys. I hadn't discussed it. I just wanted to double check. I can write out a new one here if Jan wants or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'll get the payroll finalized, we're staying where we were.
It's fine with me.
Okay.
So his pay, he doesn't have to write down hours, it just goes by the week and his salary is the same by the week.
Correct.
Great.
he's allowed that exemption.
I don't want to get through that.
Thanks.
Also, there's a letter here from the gentleman up on Jim Grant Road, where the culvert was going underneath it. Nobody, I guess, answered him back as far as if we're going to do anything where the water was going across his lawn. And
Yeah, we were.
So-
Did we figure out if it was a subdivision or not?
I haven't heard anything that it is, so
I'm assuming it's not.
I'm assuming it's not. Yeah,
Alright.
I do know that he said there's another, and there is a lot for sale there.
I
There's still
know.
another house going in. So that raises a question to me. So to get that house in, it's gonna be an awful long driveway. So, good chance to have them redirect the water further behind his house, you know.
Yeah.
But I think somebody needs to talk with him too.
Yeah, well, I just remembered when we left it off last time.
Looking for
We
subdivision.
had seen the sign and we thought it might be a subdivision, and he was in here,
Found
and
out that
I
it's-
left and he was still here, so I wasn't sure where that had gone.
Sure.
That's not anything to do with me. So that's that. And the only thing I got is that, and that PO.
Yep.
And it's for paving Shapley Road to Center Road from Shapley Road to Hopi Lane. That price is way over what it's going to be, but it's there because that's what I've written down. That's the only other thing I have left that I'm going to do on this budget. It needs to be done. It's bad, and it's probably the most section of road I get the complaints on in the town of Lebanon right now. From my phone calls, from talking to people, and everything
Yeah,
else.
that's bad. Yeah.
And
When is that work gonna be performed?
tomorrow, if you guys approve it. So that's all I have left is tomorrow, and
Right.
so
Okay. Everything else is done. I haven't had a chance to ride around.
everything else is done. Finished Dixon Road today. It looks really good.
Are they grinding it up, or are they just laying new pavement over on top of the old cracks?
Well, it's not that bad. There's a couple holes that were shimmed with what they had left from pavement today. The rocks have been pulled out of there. It is, you know what I mean? I think it'll be fine. So,
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I might want to call her. I don't know.
Yeah.
Torn, can I just ask you, your roads budget got a pretty good size bang the other day with $28,000 in, do you know, I know it has to be at least purchase ordered prior to, the 1st of July. So, do you know, were you able to figure something out and spend any of that money? And what exactly are you gonna do with that particular amount of money?
If that PO right there would be what it would do Shapley, from Center Road, from Shapley Road to Hopi Lane.
Okay, and that was just a decision that you came up with after Thursday night's meeting, that's what you were going to focus on?
I have an idea of what roads.
Oh, wait a minute. Royce just said no. I'd like to hear part of that.
Well, you've known that road.
Well, I just want to know how you're reading
along. I think you asked
I want to know how you're
that
reading
was
his
a bad
mind.
piece of word. No.
No, you said there was no meetings. I'd like to know how you're reading his mind.
No, Tommy just said he's known about this.
Nah.
for a lot.
You guys are having.
Wait a minute, let him finish
And I realize
answer
this
my
is
question first.
something-
Then I'll let you
something
lose.
weird going on with all these cameras and stuff here today. So let's
Yeah, but what you say on the camera is you should be saying in front of any taxpayer in Lebanon
Yeah, that's
anyway.
right. And
So
I-
don't worry about the camera. Just pretend it's not
Why
there.
is it tried to be pointed out that I'm saying something bad here?
Well, I had you on the camera anyway. I would have asked you, but I was trying to let Tom finish up what he was saying.
I think this is,
Right.
yeah.
I kind of have an idea of what roads, that's where I left off, are worse.
Yeah.
I would rank the 3 worst right now that we have in town is that section of Center Road, Shapley Road, what's left of Shapley Road, and River Road from North Rochester Road down to Indian Lake Shores. That's
Right.
where I came up with that. The other 2 need a lot of work before they can be paid.
Okay, so that would probably be a focus for next year's
Yeah.
budget starting on
Well,
July
I think we
1st.
probably could do with what we have. We're really tight, you know what I mean? I think we might be able to focus on like Shapley Road from where we left off down to there this year.
Okay.
And then I would think then next year after that, maybe get that River Road section. I don't think you can do everything at once with what we have funds. I mean,
And how much money is it, the addition, what you're gonna do on Shapley Road, how much are you requesting on that purchase order? Is it the full 28,000?
you Center Road, you mean?
Yeah, Center Road, I'm sorry.
It's the PO is written out for 35, which is not going to be 35.
So that's like the remainder of what you have
There's some
in your already budget, plus the
Well, yeah, there'll be
28,000.
extra still, but yes.
So there'll still be extra towards your paving?
There will be money left over after that's paved.
Yeah, because you still have, like, well, that would be on next year's budget,
Yeah.
winter plowing and stuff.
After June 30th, there's any money left over from this goes back
Goes
into the
back
general
into,
fund.
so do we have any idea of how much?
Restricted fund balance.
Do we have any idea of how much money will be returned from that 28,000 into the general fund? How much is not going to be used by this paving endeavor by the road crew and will be returned into the general fund? Do we have any idea?
I can give you a rough guess. If you want.
Rough guess is good. We're not gonna
7,000-8,000.
7,000 or 8,000.
Yeah.
So so probably out of this $28,000 that they gave you on Thursday, you're probably going to use about $21,000 of that.
Yeah.
It's quite a bit for a surprise. Kim. Okay, sorry, Sean.
Real quick, Sandy.
Okay, I'm just curious, of the $28,000, you're gonna spend $21,000 to pave from, on Center Road, from Shapley Road to where?
To Hopi Lane?
Yeah, I know where that is, yeah, and
Yeah.
how much, that's gonna cost $21,000?
No, it's probably going to cost about 28, but there's money still in the budget. That's
Okay, how much is it gonna cost to pave from the West Lebanon Village to the Patch House?
from
Or
Lebanon-
actually, I'll stop there, from the West Lebanon Village to the Shapley House, or Sarah Shapley's house, or
you're talking that section that's not paved.
that section that's really bad.
I can give you a rough guess. I'm not going to be 100%. I think it's going to be about 73 to 80,000.
Okay, because your dad told me 2 years ago it was gonna cost $173,000 to completely finish Shapley Road to the Patch House.
Yep. But you got to grind the road. and you gotta
Okay.
put a foot of gravel in,
Okay.
and they're planning on straightening that corner out,
What
in
corner?
that, the corner by patches, that sharp corner there.
Does that have to be straightened out?
It doesn't have to be, it's not a lot more money to straighten it out.
But when we're talking about, our money's so tight, we're talking about a lot more money, how much, you know, maybe leave the road the way, the structure of the road where it is, and.
Oh, I
does it
agree.
have to?
No, it doesn't have to be, and I haven't got a chance to look into it yet. I know what we have written down for figures. My father had written down for figures for that road, and I think it's gonna be about $73,000 to $80,000 to pave that section of road.
To do from the village to the patch house?
Yeah.
Well, that's a lot different than $173,000.
Well, you've gotta grind the road and add a foot of gravel on top of it after you grind it.
Yeah, so that includes all that?
No, that just
No.
includes paving.
That's just paving,
Yeah.
okay. And is that in the budget for, not this year, but the budget for 2015 to 16?
We'll have to look at it and see if, we've got some LRAP money that we can put towards it, plus we've got a budget, so I think we can, depending on when money comes in and stuff like that, it depends on what we have, you know what I mean, to spend. But if we have enough money, I think there's enough money in the budget to do it with the LRAP money.
Okay.
If the money comes into the town, it's time for us to do it.
Because that section of Center Road, I drove over there last, I guess it was Thursday night we did.
Mm-hmm.
That's not in such bad shape. I mean, there's some sections of River Road that are deplorable.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
couldn't you throw $21,000, $28,000 in there and say, goodbye to Center Road?
You could, but that's another road that really needs to be ground up.
Right,
You're
shoot up
talking
again?
where it's so bad, it really
Okay.
needs to be ground and built back up and paved.
Okay, I can take that, because I'm not a road person.
Absolutely, I understand.
I have one more question. I live at the corner of Shapley Road, Dixon Road. And this morning I woke up at 7 o'clock and all the machinery was starting to fire up. And there were lots of people out there. But work didn't progress until like 8:15.
We don't,
No, I haven't finished my question. Are all of those men on the clock, or they're just standing around for an hour and 15 minutes sipping their coffee?
Yep.
Okay, so we're not paying for them
no,
to do
the
that.
town pays a bid price of paving per the ton.
Okay, there's
So
no
we
pay.
only pay what they lay down for paving.
Okay, they're not paid by
They're
the
not,
hour.
they can sit there all day and we don't pay them unless they put down pavement.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And that actually goes into my end of question was, we saw these prices that that folks are being paid. It's been discussed kind of openly, the amount of prices, and we've had questions all week as to bids. Like, how do you know what other companies are charging? For example, for 1-ton dump trucks and 10-wheelers and stuff like that. I know you're brand new to the position, and I'm sure that there are a lot of things that you're going to be looking into as the new road commissioner.
Neither one of us are attacking. Please don't.
No. These are questions that come in to us. He knows anyway. But my question is, while you have some downtime, after paving time has stopped and before plowing and sanding time, as the brand new road commissioner, do you think we could ask you if you would be interested in soliciting some other prices from other companies? For example, getting some written things that you could present to the selectmen as far as who has 1-ton dumps. I mean, there are a lot of people that are out of work in this town that I think that have 1-ton trucks that would maybe be a cheaper solution, and we could get other people to it. I mean, we're paying some pretty high prices, and I was just curious as if you might be interested in soliciting amounts. How much would people be willing to work for, rather than just always going with, and I hate to say relatives because I know you've done a pretty fair job so far, but relatives that all carry the same last name. Would you be interested in perhaps seeking prices from other companies and other people that aren't related?
Yeah, well, nobody working for me right now is related besides Bobby,
Mm-hmm.
and that was put out to bid by the town. He won the bid.
Okay.
Nobody else is related to me.
Okay.
Just to clarify that.
Okay,
The
that's
town,
good.
the selectmen and the road commissioner, I think, are always together set the prices on that sheet. It's not just.
You don't.
It's not just the road commi- I think the board and the road commissioner set those prices, and that's
Okay.
the rate we pay.
Okay.
Some of those prices are pretty decent, and I think some of them, like the grader, I think is too low. But it's always been set by the group. You know, I'm open to looking at other solutions to save money, absolutely.
Right.
But what I'm saying is that's just always been set that way.
Yeah.
It's nothing that I had done or.
Well, it's very interesting actually because a lot of the people that think that you said it and you choose, and a lot of people are saying that, you know, like for example, the Torno family gets paid about 51% of our road budget, so it's really happy actually to hear that you're utilizing other companies and other people and. You know, and set that to rest because other people hear that and they think badly. So it's good to hear that that's not the truth.
Okay, so you're gonna look into that issue there?
Yes, absolutely.
Get back to us so we know, or so I know, because I mean, he's
Absolutely.
throwing his questions towards us. Just let me know where you can end up with that or whatever.
All right, I will.
I never got any answer as far as
I'll
the
go over and see him and
subdivisions.
look at it, and maybe I can find out who's building behind there, if it's Rockwell or something, and.
Last I knew, I think this for sale sign's up, so I'm not sure anybody's bought it yet.
All
But
right.
yeah, I don't know, maybe
I mean, we can look into. I'll meet with you guys about it anyways. I'll talk to them and see, like we had talked about before. Is I don't think we want to
No, because
put
we looked at
60 feet of culvert in his driveway.
Sorry,
60
it's not
feet
you.
of driveway, culvert in his driveway.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You saw the sign as well.
Right, well, I already told him when I went up and looked at it, he was asking for that, and I said, no, you
Yeah.
give 25 feet, you know,
Yeah.
so, well, what about all this? You'll have to dig it out.
Yeah.
That's what I told him, you
I'll
know.
look at it, and we can always open that ditch up a little bit more, so water goes straight down through like he wants, and put something in that hole. I mean, it's an option. I'll look into it.
Yeah, well, the only problem we were looking at was the water running down. It'd be great if it could run down the road, but
Well,
you
then the
can't
next
really
guy's
trench
not
out
gonna-
the next
And the
guy,
next guy's not gonna like it.
and it's too close to a telephone pole.
And the way it looks to me, and like I said, stuff can grow in and look, but it looks like it's always been there. It doesn't look like the hill's been dug out. It looks like it's always run that way, and they
Right.
put the house in the middle of the swale.
Yeah.
So
You know, and what is the address on that we're talking about?
it's Jim Grant Road. It's 34 Jim Grant Road.
Okay. You have to go like that.
Yeah, one more question. I gotta keep going.
Okay.
Yep.
Several years ago, or 2 road commissioners ago, there was a diversion ditch channel put in the woods between Fred Moulton's mobile home and my house that takes the water from the Dixon Road. Instead of dumping it in my front yard, it went down the road across, or through a culvert into that channel in the woods. Well, that's all overgrown now. So now I'm the recipient of all that water again. Do you know about that channel of dirt? Or
I
that
don't
thing?
know about it. I can swing by and look at it. Is the
Okay.
house you're talking about the next one up towards like Patch's house, or is it?
No,
the
no,
other
I'm right
way?
I'm right at the intersection of Shapley Road and
I think I know where you
Dixon
live.
Road.
That farmhouse, right?
And then there's a patch of woods, and then Fred Moulton lives next to me, and it's Fred's land that he gave the road commissioners permission to channel. The water runs down the Dixon Road through a pipe into that ditch that they made. But
Yeah.
now the ditch through the years is overgrown, so it needs to be dug out again.
Yeah, I can look at it
Yeah.
and see what we can do. Is Fred still around, or?
Oh yeah, he's
or-
here now, yeah.
Yeah, I can look and talk to
Yeah,
him,
and
make
he's
sure it's
easy
all
to
set.
work with, he's a wonderful neighbor,
Yeah,
really.
I mean, we don't usually have a problem doing it as long as he
Yeah.
doesn't have a problem
No,
with.
I don't think he would.
So yeah,
But you
I
can
can.
chat with
I'll
him.
look into it for you. Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
That's all I got right now, Tommy.
All
I
right.
don't know if you guys got anything else.
I don't. All set.
Tom, thank you.
Oh, anytime.
And congratulations.
Thank you.
We just want to make sure that you know.
Feel
You
free
know
to call
what
me anytime. My cell phone number's on the paper.
Okay,
If you have
fine.
any questions.
Okay.
Great. And anything exciting you have going on, please feel free to give us a call and let us
Yeah.
know, and we'll
Yeah.
come down and check it out.
Absolutely. All
We'll
right.
kick it around for you.
All right. If somebody could just let me know about that, because like I said, that's.
Well, at this point, it's signed by 2 selectmen. I don't know
You can
if
call
the
me and
other
let me
one
know.
wishes to sign or not, but as far as that goes, that gives you the go-ahead to do the work.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night.
Thank you, good luck.
Thank you.
Yep.
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 So does the purchase order have to be signed by all three
It
in
needs to be
order?
reviewed by all three. It does not need to be signed by all three.
How many have to sign it in
I
order?
actually will refuse to sign this, but I want to at least acknowledge it. I'll just write on it that I refused. Then at least it shows that it was reviewed during the meeting, number one.
Okay.
And number two, all three selectmen got to see it.
Okay, and could I ask you your reason for not signing it?
Absolutely. It's
Thank you.
affecting our cash flow, and there's already been a determined amount of money that we were comfortable with spending throughout the summer, so that hopefully we didn't have to take that tan, and I just feel we're going in the wrong direction.
Okay,
You have some serious fire and rescue payroll expenditures that are going to be coming at us that we have never had in the town before, so you can't say, hey, this is what we had last year. And there's a lot of things to be looking at that fire and rescue right now should be forefront as far as, because that's a massive change coming up. So that's going to tap into our cash flow as well.
and it was voted on by the people. They want that.
Absolutely. All the budgets are there. I could say I had a budget to go buy a brand new Corvette. Doesn't mean I have the money to go do it.
And I'd
So,
like to make a comment too. That
Budgets and real
I
cash money
agree
are
with
different.
Selectman Thompson, because that section of road that $21,000 is going to be used for is not in deplorable condition. So if I was given a gift and had to choose, that's what happened.
And it could one of you, maybe Selectman Heath, for a change, could you explain to people what a tan is? Because a lot of people keep hearing tan, and they don't understand exactly what a tan is and why we would have to take one.
I think I'll refer that to Selectman
No,
Thompson.
you should know what that is.
You don't
Oh,
know
I
what it is?
but my version may not sound quite the
Yeah,
same.
well,
as
I'm
somebody
asking for
else's.
your version.
A tan, very simply put, is a loan that a town can take out on future tax money that's not paid yet.
So if we run out of money because we spent this 28,000, we can go to the bank and take a loan on
We
tax
can.
money coming in.
However,
Okay,
there is interest to pay.
right?
It sounds simple up front. I don't remember what it even is, a single digit number. I remember that. Maybe Selectman Thompson will help us on that, or even Jeanette. But
Interest on a tan.
it's compound interest.
So
that you
compound
pay back.
interest. So if you don't pay it back 1 month,
You've got to pay it back.
you pay
every month.
interest on the interest the
Right.
following month.
That's
So we could wind up paying quite a big lot of money on tax dollars that we haven't even received yet. Is what's
if we don't watch how we're spending. I
okay.
don't necessarily agree with Selectman Thompson on this, so, but
Okay.
rather than waste our time with a fight over that,
Right.
I'll say that I don't think we're too far off on our budget figures, and I don't think that we're too far out on our spending figures
Very
at this
good.
point in time.
Thank you. That's
Thank you.
good to know because we won't worry about it.
No, we all will worry about it.
Okay. So we got a couple minutes before the next section. I'm going to shut it.